Hello and welcome back, and thank you for tuning in again live. Today is Monday, January 8th at 12 noon, and this is Skill Building Sunday, Skill Building Monday. Sorry. And I am your host, Jason Leeser. And if this is working for you, please let us know in the comments and please tag a friend that loves tattoos. And welcome to Guy Aitchison's Reinventing the Tattoo Community, where tattooers, apprentices, collectors, and the curious are encouraged to join in these live streams, real world events, to share and inspire and ultimately create better art and tattoos together. We beam out nearly every day, and with your help, have evolved into a uh, we have evolved into a quality network of amazing live and on-demand tattoo and art shows that have all been receiving rave reviews. You can find Reinventing the Tattoo in both of the app stores, the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, as well as our Reinventing the Tattoo YouTube channel, our Reinventing the Tattoo Roku channel, which has 12 to 15 different episodes going at any given time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as well as all of the major podcast directories such as Apple and Spotify. Or you can do what most people do and just go to your web browser and do a quick browser search for Reinventing the Tattoo. You'll find it all except for the book, which is still currently out of print. So if you come across a copy of it, please let me know. I've been looking for a copy for a while, and yeah, still trying to get my hands on one. But no matter where you were watching live or on demand, you can always get the latest, most up to date information available at www.reinventingthetattoo.com. You can try it out for free. You do not have to subscribe right away. You have three different options to try it out. You can pick a sample webinar from the Reinventing the Tattoo Canon, or you can get some free advice from Guy Aitchison about your unique goals, or you can take a comprehensive tattoo history course from Jay Brown. For fellow tattoo history nerds such as myself, highly recommend the tattoo history course. It's absolutely fantastic. You cannot go wrong with it. It's really in depth. I really, really liked it. You can also find a full event schedule with full weekly and special event live stream details at reinventingthetattoo.com, as well as access to our Reinventing 24/7 channel, which is a lot like our Roku channel. It's got 13 different episodes playing at any given time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And at reinventingthetattoo.com, you also can find access to professional development courses from over 20 world class tattoo artists. People such as Andre Malcolm and BJ Betts. Bob Tyrell has a skull seminar on there. It's fantastic. Highly recommend you take a look at that one, and a whole lot more. Once again, all available at www.reinventingthetattoo.com. If this is working for you, once again, please let us know in the comments and in the chat. And please tag a friend who loves tattoos. Maybe it's someone thinking about getting their first tattoo or someone that wants to become a tattoo artist. Tag everyone. If they even have a slight interest in tattoos, tag them, please. Help us get the word out. We have a number of weekly staple shows we always encourage people to tune into. Starting off on Mondays at 9 a.m. with Drawing for Tattooers with James Wisdom, where we get a chance to go through and discuss basic drawing techniques and strategies. Helps us get back to our roots of being a fine artist, even though we do tattoos. But I kind of think of them as one and the same. So it's a really good chance for us to revisit some of those basic fine art principles. Following Drawing for Tattooers with James Wisdom at 9 a.m., we have this show, the Skill Building Monday Drawing Group, at 12 noon every Monday, where we go through and we discuss different aspects of tattooing. Maybe it's design or marketing or strategies or composition or layout or Procreate tips and tricks. We discuss a lot of different topics on this show, so please keep your eyes peeled for new things coming at you. Following Skill Building Mondays with me, um, capping off Monday evenings at 9 p.m., we have a subscribers exclusive drawing group with Sandy McAndrew from the Reinventing the Tattoo Network. And this is only available for people that have a subscription to the Reinventing the Tattoo Evolution or the Reinventing the Tattoo Canon subscription. However, I can tell you from personal firsthand experience, these Monday evening drawing groups alone are worth everything. They are worth whatever price you are paying. It is absolutely fantastic. Each week we go through and we cover a different section and a different topic of the Reinventing the Tattoo canon, and we have live exercises to help us build up those skills live through streaming. It's absolutely fantastic. Following Monday's shows on Tuesday at 11 a.m., we have the Tattoo Weekly Show with Gabe Ripley, Lauren Gregory, and Jake Meeks from the Fireside Tattoo Network, where we discuss current events in the tattoo industry. Following Tuesday, on Wednesday at 12 noon, we have the Tattoo Now show with Gabe Ripley, where we get to do a deeper dive into the business aspects behind tattooing, whether it's marketing, advertising, maybe getting travel visas, maybe it's streamlining your work process or your booking process. All of that and a lot more is discussed Wednesdays at 12 noon, the Tattoo Now show with Gabe Ripley. Following that, on Thursdays at 6 p.m., capping off the week, we have the Tattoo Collecting 101 podcast with Fawn Baker. And that is a great place to go to take a look and listen in to some of the stories about how different people have collected their tattoos through the ages. Would like to go through at this point in time and thank some of our sponsors and some of the people that make these shows happen. Starting off with worldtattooevents.com, the largest, most comprehensive resource for tattoo events worldwide. They are constantly keeping everything updated, as we know, living in this post pandemic era. Tattoo events and conventions are still getting rescheduled like crazy. So if you are looking for the most up to date tattoo event and convention information worldwide, take a look at worldtattooevents.com. That's where I go, honestly, every time I plan a vacation. I always take a look and see what tattoo conventions are going on in that area at that time. It's a great way to go through and maybe plan some trips. Go see a tattoo convention in another country. You never know. It's a great place, great time. Would also like to thank tattoonow.com, technology for tattooers, the leading edge in professional development, management, and digital tools for tattoo artists of all levels. They're constantly keeping everything upgraded and competitive with any type of CRM, mailing list, or scheduling software out there. So if you're looking for the digital tools to help you get more clients through the door, to help you really fill your schedule, and to be able to do more of the tattoos that you really want to do, take a look at tattoonow.com. Technology for tattooers. They are the number one resource to go through and make that happen. Would also like to go through and thank Guy Aitchison at guyaitchison.com. He is the founder and inspiration behind Reinventing the Tattoo. You can go to guyaitchison.com where you can pick up a copy of his biomech encyclopedias, some of his tutorial DVDs. I think he still has a few custom coil machines for sale, some fine art paintings, and countless other things occasionally. He's got original oil paintings up there. Countless fine art prints is what I meant to say. But take a look at guyaitchison.com. Would also like to say a very quick shout out to one of our affiliates, the Apprenticeship Diaries with Amy Nichols, the number one resource for tattoo apprentices and apprentice hopefuls. If you're looking for more information on how to become a tattoo apprentice or more information about what a tattoo apprenticeship is like, take a look at the Apprenticeship Diaries podcast with Amy Nichols. As always, we ask that if you like today's show, please post a positive review on the channel. Help us get the word out. Hit that like and subscribe button down at the bottom of the page. That way you never miss out on a show or an episode. And if you would like to host a Reinventing the Tattoo event, become a sponsor of our community, or if you are looking for a fine art or a tattoo critique, you can always email management at reinventingthetattoo.com. That will get us into today's show. Yay! So, welcome everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. This is the second show of the new year of 2024. And I would like to go through and say a quick thank you to everyone out there that might be watching. It's always an honor to be able to host one of these shows, and I did have a an exciting topic to be discussed today. Um, Actually, I have a number of them that I would love to discuss, but I have to kind of budget these things out so that we have ideas for other shows throughout the weeks and months. Let's see what we got in the comments. Awesome. No comments to take a look at. So today's topic is going to be social media. Yeah. I am not a huge fan of social media. I do not like to spend too much time on it. I like to spend more time working, drawing, and improving myself. However, social media has become a huge tool that we can utilize in this day and age. I know a lot of people that do not like social media. They do not really try to advertise on it. They don't try to post a lot on it. They try to stay away from it if at all possible. It's this guy right here. Um, but it is a great tool. It is free advertising. Anytime you make a post, you create a story or a reel. Yes, there are algorithms involved that are designed to promote things over other things. This is a fact. There is no getting around it. It is hard to deal with that. And it's honestly hard to make posts every day. And that is one of the secrets to doing well on social media. You have to be able to post every day. There are certain hacks and certain companies you can go through to help boost your posts and all this other stuff. But the bottom line is if you're not creating the content, if you're not taking pictures of your tattoos or editing, spending a little bit of time editing some videos together for TikTok, you won't be able to make any content, which means you can't make any posts, which means you can't get that kind of exposure. Now, I'm not famous on any kind of social media. Um, so it's tough for me to really accurately give successful strategies, is what I'm trying to say on how to do it. But then again, I don't really put too much effort into it. Now, this is a new year and I am putting new effort into doing things. And I am trying new things and I am, revisiting budgeting my time to be more active on social media. Not that I enjoy doing that, but it's something that I know can be beneficial and can be really helpful. So I figure, okay, it's a new year. This is one of the things that I want to improve at. So I've been going through and looking at some more time and moving some stuff around so that I can be more active on it. So far to date, it's only been what, 8 days since the start of the new year. Um, so far to date, I haven't really posted too much, but it is something I am currently working on. This past week was a really fun, interesting week. Got to do a great collab with a very good friend of mine, Domingo Colon, who I work with at the Inkwell in Southampton, Pennsylvania. And it was a great collab, and I'm currently editing video and getting photos together, and I'm planning on doing a whole social media dump, hopefully today or tomorrow. So please keep your eyes peeled for that. Um, Social media does have a lot of benefits. It's a good way for people to see your work, to contact you, to take a look at your whole body of work too. That's why one of the pieces of advice that I was given was make sure that you curate all of the stuff on your social media. Go through every now and then and remove some older stuff and replace it with newer stuff. Go through and maybe take down some of the types of tattoos, not all of them, but maybe you want to do more color work. Maybe you start taking down some of the black and gray stuff. Um, Maybe you want to do more black and gray, so you start taking down some of the older color work that you have up there. Start being a little bit more selective about what you put up because what you put up is what people will want to get done by you. So if you have a lot of stuff that you really want to do, advertise that. Social media, in my opinion, is one of the greatest advertising platforms out there. And for people that do not take advantage of that advertising, then I hope you have got, artistic skills that are second to none, because social media is going to make it a lot easier for you to do tattoos. It is. It's going to make it easier for you to get more clients, and it's going to make it easier for you to make more money. Um, that's just the hard truth. Uh, Word of mouth is always the best practice, and that's great for your local area. If you're trying to draw in clients from other areas, so that you're not just tattooing everyone in a small town or the next town over or the town next to that. If you really want to start getting a bigger target audience, hitting a bigger market, you have got to engage in social media. It's a sad fact. I want to have clients coming to me from different states in the country. I want to have clients that want to fly out from Europe to get tattooed by me. Well, the only way I can really advertise over there is by social media. I'm looking at a much bigger picture. I'm doing great tattoos. I get plenty of word of mouth clients from a lot of my regulars in the area that I work at. That's my bread and butter. I'm not trying to ignore them, but I am trying to hit a much bigger target market. Posting every day is definitely one of the strategies that will help you achieve that. You know, who knows? One of the pictures or videos that you post might go viral. Next thing you know, you've got people beating down your door. Awesome. Make sure to put plenty of hashtags in there. Hashtags are a great way for people to go through and kind of do quick searches based on different topics and different subject matter, so that they can find what they're looking for. Make sure to put that in there. Make sure to tag everything and everyone, because people will see a tag, they'll repost it. That's the way things happen. You know, um, it's really, really helpful to do stuff like that. There are some disadvantages. Every time I'm on social media, I get discouraged. I do. I look at some of the stuff being done out there in this day and age, and I think to myself, man, it's on a whole new level. That's the kind of stuff that I really want to do. That's the kind of stuff that I hope to be able to do one day with the kind of efficiency that those guys are doing it. Um, it can be discouraging if you let it be discouraging. Okay, it doesn't have to be. Use it as motivation. See those great tattoos being done, use that as motivation, right? Oh man, this guy's crushing it. Okay, cool. Now I got to get better at this. I got to get better at that. I need to, vary my line weight more. I need to start working with more muted color palettes. I need to really try to focus on my amount of contrast that I have in my black and gray work. Man, my black and grays have to get a lot smoother. Oh man, I really got to, work on my composition a little bit more. Great. Use it as motivation. It can be very detrimental if you're just looking at it and thinking, man, I'll never be able to do that. You can do that. You just have to look at it in the right manner. Let that light a fire underneath you. Let that drive you to do better. Um, it's the best thing I can tell you to do is change your mindset, change the way that you're looking at it, because it's only going to do you a bigger service. And that brings me up to the next topic that I kind of wanted to tackle, and that was, what are you worth? How do you put a value on your time? How much of what you make goes back into reinvesting into you as an artist, your supplies, your continuing education requirements, right? Some states have those for different practices. Seminars are a great way to go through and do that. Go to conventions, walk around, talk to artists, learn how they're doing what they're doing. It's only going to be beneficial. Find some of these top tier guys that are coming to a convention near you. Hell City, Ohio, great convention to go through to see some absolutely top tier artists going through, working, and executing these tattoos that are absolutely fantastic. Um, Go through and take a look at what they do, watch them work for a few minutes, and ask them questions. You can't go wrong. It's only going to benefit you in the long run if you do that. But what are you worth? How do you put a value on what it is that you do? I know how I value what I do. I know I break everything down into basic requirements. What am I putting over for taxes? How much money what percentage of what I make is going back towards reinvesting into my business? Equipment upgrades, say your machine breaks, or you need a new power supply if you're still running with a power supply. Say something happens and you have incidentals, right? Like, oh man, my clip cord, I just rolled over that with my stool and now I need a new clip cord. Okay. Well, there's money that you might not have planned on spending that now you have to put out. But if you already have a set amount of money put aside for that, you're not going to worry about it. Right. So that's something that I always try to factor in. You know, I always try to set aside a certain amount of money from every tattoo to go back to the equipment that I need to buy. Oh, I'm running out of 3 liners. I'm running out of 11 liners. Okay, cool. I already have this money set aside for those. Let me go through and buy some. Um, I'm running out of black or I'm running out of gray wash. Some people prefer to mix their own, and that's fine. And it is a way to save money. Awesome. I prefer to use pre-mixed grays. I just like the consistency, and I don't have to think about, okay, is this the exact number of drops in this one as it was in that one? Am I going to get the same value? Um, Especially for large scale pieces, it's nice to be able to go through and not have to think about that. Um, Personal opinion there, but that's just me. But I know if I'm running out of that, I already have money set aside to buy more of it. So, but how do you put a value on it, right? Are you basing your rates off of how long you've been tattooing? Are you basing it off of how in demand you are? Are you basing it off of the quality of work that you're putting out? I think that's where a lot of people kind of get discouraged. Um, you know, are you basing it off of your level of experience in the field? Once again, I know a lot of people that won't charge very much because they sit around and say, "Oh man, I've only been doing this for 10 years." I can't charge the same rate that someone that's 30 years in is charging. You can, and how will that impact your clientele? You're going to outprice some people. Every time you raise your rates, you will have people that will drop off because they can no longer afford you. However, if you do it right and you increase your rates the right way, then all of those existing clients and all of the new clients that you pick up will go through, and that will compensate for those people that fall off that can no longer afford you. You know, I'd love to be making $1,000 an hour. I don't think any of my clients could ever afford that, and that's fine. So I'm not going to charge $1,000 an hour. Try to look at the average amount of income that people in your area are making. Look at the demographic of people that you want to tattoo, right? Do you want to tattoo people that are working minimum wage jobs? Probably not, because they're not going to have as much money to spend. Um, do you want to tattoo doctors, lawyers, bankers, jewelers, people that have a decent amount of excess money to spend on a tattoo? That's the people I want to tattoo. They've got the money to spend and they're not afraid to spend it. Awesome. That's who I want to market to. But you have to understand that people also put a value on price, right? If you turn around and charge $250 an hour, people are going to see that as not only exclusivity, but they're also going to value what you do more. If you're still charging $120 an hour, it's probably time to raise your rates. because people are going to look at what you're charging and they're not going to see any value in it. They're not going to think, oh man, this guy really knows what he's doing. They're going to see a low price and think, oh, well, this guy must not be very good. There is a direct correlation between what people charge and the perceived value of what they get. Even if what they get might not be that good, it's perceived value, not necessarily actual value, right? But then again, who can price art, right? I see certain paintings that are out there that sell for millions of dollars, and they were probably created in 3 minutes with absolutely no forethought, and it blows my mind. So that's my own 2 cents. It's just kind of my thoughts on this topic. But, I want to challenge everyone to go through this year, take a look at what you're charging and where you're putting your value. Um, you'd be surprised. You would really, really be surprised at how much you can charge and people will pay it. Might not be too much of an increase. Maybe it's a little bit of an increase, but give yourself a raise this year. Why not? It's only going to go to benefit you in the long run. So I'm going to go through and take a look. I don't think we've got too many people in the chat. I did want to open this up for any kind of comments or questions. So by all means, if anyone out there is listening and you have any comments or you want to make any comments or ask any questions, I am going to go through and give you a minute to do that. I know we don't have anyone on here today other than myself, so it's going to be a little shorter than usual. Probably hang out on here for like another 15 minutes or so and see if anyone's got any questions. Yeah, by all means, ask away. If you got questions, if you have something you want to talk about or get a different perspective on or opinion on, by all means, ask away. I am looking at all of the chat boxes right now, and I'm waiting for people to make a few comments. So yeah, by all means, if you have a question, ask away. This is actually if we do end a little bit early today, that's totally fine. I'm actually in the middle of editing a few TikTok videos from some of the tattoos I got to do this week. So if you are on TikTok, you can always go through. And I don't know if you guys can see the QR code in the upper corner. Feel free to scan that. It should have all of my contact information, social media links to go to follow, and everything of that nature. Please, by all means, if you do not want to drop a comment in the public chat, by all means, please feel free to send me a private message. I will be happy to get back to you, in a private manner if you did have a question or if you have a topic that you would like me to discuss in the future. By all means, please feel free to send me a message, shoot me an email, send me a raven. Who knows? So let's see if we have anyone else watching. Looks like we've got a few people watching on Facebook. We've got, let's see if we can pull up Facebook. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see if we can see who's watching. Nope. Can't really see if anyone's watching right now. So if no one's got any questions or comments or topics that they would like to have discussed, I'll probably go through and do a sign off. So as always, everyone, thank you for tuning in today. I know today was a shorter episode. I hope that doesn't bother everyone. But yeah, if anyone would like to get a hold of me, please, by all means, let me actually pull this back up. Where's that? If anyone has any questions or comments, or if you would like to send me a private message on Instagram, you can always go right here to Instagram at Philly Inc. Or you can find me on TikTok also at Philly Inc. Or you can email me at jason@reinventingthetattoo.com, and I'll be happy to go through and discuss any topics you guys might have on future episodes of Skill Building Monday. I know today was a shorter episode, and I do apologize for that. I do have quite a few things I need to take care of today. So, with that being said, I wanted to thank everyone very much for tuning in today. Hope you guys got at least something out of today's episode. By all means, shoot me a message. Let me know about future topics you would like to have discussed, and I will be happy to go through and discuss them. But until next week, that would be January. What is next week? Next week is Monday, January 15th. Until then, take care. Hope everyone has a wonderful week and everyone keeps those hands moving. And thank you very much for tuning in today. Sorry, today was not more exciting, but I can guarantee you we do have some exciting stuff lined up for later in the year. So please stay tuned. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down at the bottom of the page. Make sure to click that follow link and keep up to date with all of the future episodes. Thanks everyone for joining in, and I will see you next Monday at noon.